Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you step by step how to create a very simple, automated and personalized lead magnet that you can send to your prospects. Because here is what happens. You start sending a bunch of DMs and emails saying that you have a lead magnet to offer them. It can be an audit, a free strategy, something like that. And they tell you that, yep, send it over please, I'm interested. You start receiving interested prospects. And so what happens next? You rush into having to duplicate or copy the one that you previously did for another prospect, and you need to change your information, the branding, and it starts to have to be a lot of work, especially if you do this a lot of times. So there's a way to automatically do all of this in 10 times, 20 times less time. So all you need is a form, and then once you submit that form, it creates an automation that grabs the templates of the lead magnets, generates a personalized one for them, and then sends you the link so that you can review and send to that prospect. And so I'm going to explain you exactly how to do everything step by step. The first thing is, if you don't have one already, go on Google and search for free Google Slides templates or Google Docs if you want to do in a Google Doc. This example will be in Google Slides. But I found these ones here and I grabbed one that was good and I started editing it already to not take a long time during the video. But I'm going to show you what you need to do. So either in your own one that you already have or a new one that you just downloaded, you need to start creating these personalizations that you see here with these little what's the name, brackets. So you, for every single personalization line that you want, you put these brackets, and then you need to put also the name for what that personalization will be. So here we will always have their company name. Here is where you would put your own company name, and then you personalize the rest of the deck. But in every single slide, you start having these variables for what you want it to have. For example, this is an example for a social media agency, but it works for any type of business that is sending lead magnets. So social media agency, pay-per-click agency, SEO, doesn't matter. It works for every single one of them. So this is just an example I'll quickly go over, but you will have to write your own one based on the information and the value that you want to provide. Here is just, you currently posting frequency on whatever active platform they have. Based on a quick look, your main competitor, their name uses whatever strength they have, and then their market caps. And the same thing for, we did an analysis that shows your engagement rates, opportunities, etc. A bit about their audience, and then some recommendations that you would give to them, and it will be the valuable part of these lead magnets. And then you all can always finish it with some book a call link, and then of course testimonials that you have to make it look better. So this would be more or less what you would want to create, and the important thing is to always have these variables here. And then you create the automation using make.com. It's very simple and straightforward, and I'm going to show you how to do this. If it's the first time or first few times you're doing this, you will notice that it always starts when you create a new scenario with this little bubble that is empty. And so what you have to do is click on the plus and select whatever platform you're using for the form. In my case, for this example, I'm using Tally. You could use Typeform, you could use Airtable. I bet any tool or form submission tool that you have, they probably have the integration. But the important thing that you have to do is, once you select the one that you have, and I'll show you in a bit what you need to create, is it has to have this instant tag, because you want this automation to happen instantly as soon as you get a form submission. So you click for watch new responses instant, and then you need to choose a webhook. So you click on ads, you will add your own account to this connection, and then you will give a name to this. Honestly, I suggest you to give the form name. For example, this would be the lead magnet form, and you select here the form that you created for these purposes. I'm not going to use it because I already created one for the example, but I will show you what the form looks like. So you would have this, but before putting the form, you would need to create the form, right? So this is a quick example I did for this specific one, where we have, again, their company name. So this is all based from whatever information you put on the template of Google Slides. So their company name, most active platform, posting frequency, brand voice, etc. Then some details about their content, like the engagement rate, target audience, and so on. And then the recommendations that you would give to them, very specific. You can, of course, do whatever you want. And then the information about their competitors. And this of course, in all of these platforms to do forms, you can add whatever information you want. Here I added some information because maybe it's not you doing this form and it's someone on your team or someone that you're hiring to do all of these lead magnets. And so you just explain them here what they would need to look for. In this example, they would look for the social media profiles and then have to answer these questions. So what happens here is as soon as these answers are written and the form is submitted, this automation should run. And what happens, I will show you exactly an example by submitting a form. But just to show you super quickly, what happens is we create a presentation from a template from Google Slides. So you would have to look for the Google Slides module here and look for create a presentation from a template. Same thing for these two. And inside of it, again, you'll have to connect your accounts and then give the title for this presentation. In this case, it's social media opportunities for fields with the company name. And this is based on the form submission from Tally. And then you grab whatever that presentation template is in, so whatever folder and file ID it has. In this case, mine is this one. You can search for it, or you can immediately put the folder ID. And if you don't know what the folder ID is in Google, it's this little ID that is always here, be it for the slides, Google Docs, it's always the same format. And then the values will automatically appear here for you to put. So remember all of those variables that we created here with the little brackets, they will appear here for you to input the value. And the values here will be the ones that are made with Tally. So you would just go for a company name, click on it, and look for the field that has company name, which would be this one, and you do that for every single field that is here. And the last thing that you would do is select where this new file that is created for that prospect would be inserted into. So it can be the same folder, it can be an other folder that you have for these files. It doesn't matter because at the end, we're only going to share them the sharing link. So they will not see the folder, they will not see anything. It's just more for your own organizational purposes. Then, again, here we get the sharing link, as I just told you. So we just select the file ID from the previous step. You just need to click here on presentation ID and it will populate there. The role we put as reader, because we only want them with reading access, not admin or edit. And the type is anyone, so that anyone with this link can immediately see this presentation. And once that is done, you create here this module on Slack, which is the create a message module. And you connect your account once again, and you select in which channel you want the message to be put into. You can choose a private or public channel, or you can even select a direct message. So in this case, I chose to send a direct message to myself saying, here is the lead magnet link for their name or their company name, and then we share their link. This is these fields here. For example, if I wanted to do this again, I would go here and look for company name, and then the share link would be, where is it? Here it is, share link. So this is what you would put to receive the message on Slack as soon as this is ready. So let's give you an example for you to see live how this looks like. I'm going to run it once, but actually I'm going to just show you how you would do it. You put this live like this. You want the scenario to run immediately. You click OK, you save it, and then it's good to go. Any interaction or any form submission that you do with this specific form, it will generate these new lead magnets. So as an example, let's just give here some random numbers and letters for you to see this in action. I'm not going to go over this obviously too deep. You already got the idea of what you have to do with this form. But it's mandatory for me to answer all of them. So, okay, let's do this. As soon as I click submit, you are going to see this automation run. Well, you don't see it because it runs in the background. You could see it in a different way, but that's for another video. And as soon as it's done, I receive, as you can see, this message here. It was just now. This is the time. You can see the time, my time right now, but trust me. And you get the link for the presentation, and as soon as you click it, you see that it has been populated. So social media opportunities for, here is the company name that I put, if you remember well, tests, because these are the things that had their company name. And then, of course, you're going to see a lot of 1, 2, 3 here, but you can see that it correctly populated all the information that I wanted, also the recommendations. So you can really see the sky is the limit with this. You can do as many pages, as many informations, and it's going to be super, super easy for you to do this information just with the form. And you can check it here, and you grab the link that you received it on Slack channel, and you just reply to their email, and it's good to go. Maybe what used to take you 30 minutes before to do, now it can just take you 5 minutes, maybe 10 if you really have to do a deep analysis. And it's really pretty good, in my opinion. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it really brings you value and you can implement it on your own business. I'm going to be doing one video per day for this month. I'm going to go over how to improve and optimize business operations and systems, specifically using AI, automation, and data. So if you like the video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more of this, subscribe to the channel. Or don't, it's your life, you do whatever you want. Thank you so much for watching, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.